Bob Learn Jr. and Jason Couch. And we will immediately, Randy, feel the electricity of the hometown crowd rooting on Jason Couch. It was not easy to get all the tickets his family and friends wanted. Try to jam them in here in Orlando.
Oversold venue here.
Well, that's a great sign for the tour. Not so great for Jason trying to get the tickets for everyone who's been hitting him up for a seat. He'll start our day. In the pocket. Right.
I've experienced something like what Bob Learn is going through right now. I bowled Bob Learn Jr. for the title in Erie, Pennsylvania in 1996. Felt like I got thrown in the lion's cage.
Yeah, he's got a good ball to start off as well. Bob, his third TV show of this second half of the year where he's been red hot. By the numbers, Randy, the game's bowled all the way through the round of 8 here last night, which was a pretty exciting finish for Learn trying to get in as the wild card.
Yeah, and you see Bob Learn's average this week. Talked about it earlier, the 256 average the first 9 games. And you see the real high percentage, or the spare percentage. The guys didn't shoot at a lot of spares.
On the left of our TV pair, he is flush in the pocket. 10 in the pit for Bob Learn Jr., trying to become the 5th wild card to win a PBA title since the new format was implemented in September of '01.
Bob Learn, very versatile player. He told me he loves the angle he's playing right now. The hooking outside part of the lane, he can take his hand out of it and let the lane make the ball hook.
2 lefties on our show today. Hayden and Couch, who obviously is on his game. And the game scores have been really high this week, Randy, on pattern E.
Look at the height of this backswing.
Wow.
And watch what this 15-pound bowling ball does to that 3-pound, 6-ounce wood.
Destruction. Shredding the rack. Each have been on the mark to begin play. There's a lot of pressure on each of the wild card participants today. Jason Couch is pumped. 3rd straight strike, 5th in a row to begin play. The pressure we talked about, each must win to stay alive for a top 8 seed of the season-ending World Championship. The top 8 make the round of 16, the Super 16. And a good look at the unorthodox set that Bob Learn Jr. has before the approach. That one comes in high.
Help a little bit more. Nice.
First challenge of the day.
Well, he helped it, and he grabbed a little bit at the bottom and got it left off his hand with a little bit of extra hand in it, and that made the ball go right through the nose. Greek Church.
Trying to spray them across the deck to get the 4-7, but has an open frame after the very effective start for Learn Jr.
Boy, and the way the scores were this week, once you did that, you almost felt like you were completely out of the game or the match, even though it's only the 3rd frame.
From Erie, Pennsylvania, regains the touch in the pocket after the open frame. Bob Learn Jr. has been red hot since the TOC, won by this man, Jason Couch. To get here, had to go the distance 3 times, including against Haran in the round of 8.
Max number of games for Jason Couch. Jason told me the keys for him this week was to keep his hand underneath the ball at release. And what he's done is he's extending his push away to keep his swing from getting too steep. Worked with his coach on Tuesday for 4 hours with video and computer analysis, Dave, to try to make that swing a little flatter.
See that incredible swing. ESPN in sync. A great view on how hot Jason Couch is to begin this match. 4-bagger and a 39-pin lead.
Watch how this ball gets underneath that shoulder. Big time tuck with the arm swing. 4-pin going to the wall, just sawing the 7 with these via pins. Great pin action with via pins.
Head-to-head with Bob Learn Jr. A 500 mark so far. Bob Learn won a title match head-to-head with Couch on TV. What a start for Couch. 5-bagger, 49-pin lead. He bolts out to the big advantage. Matches this week for Learn Jr. The loss to Paul Fleming in the round of 8. But still able to get here with a match play record of 9-6, barely eking out Dennis Horan.
Peter Hernandez lives in my area down south. Rookie this year, had a great week. Two out of the last 3 weeks, making it to the round of 8.
Increases his stat, does Bob Learn Jr. on single pin conversion rates on his spare. So bounces back after the open in the 3rd, struck in the 4th, now 9 spare in the 5th. Perfect ball. Bob Learn Jr. has never faced the other 3 competitors on TV, but he has gone head-to-head with Couch before when he's 1-1. He'd like to increase that record to 2-1 and advance on to the semifinals for the hometown favorite. Jason Couch has other ideas. That's a look at Lake Eola near downtown Orlando, and a look inside Boardwalk Bowl. The first time the PBA Tour has ever come to Orlando, Florida. It is jam-packed today. Welcome back, Dave Ryan, Randy Peters, our entire ESPN PBA crew. Big numbers this week, Randy, after struggles last week in Dallas. We have 9 300 games, and Jason Couch, a great start here today.
5 in a row to start the match for Jason Couch. And let me show you why the scores are so high this week. Pattern E has always lent itself to high scores, and the reason why is simple. Friction on the outside part of the lane. Remember, it's our shortest pattern we use all year. All you got to do is get the ball to the spot, whether it's hooking it or throwing it straight. Get the ball to the spot for the maximum entry angle and good carry.
Randy, PBA.com, your source for all the latest information on the PBA Tour, including tickets to the Tour season-ending event, the PBA World Championship. Simply click on the Arena Tickets link on the Tour's homepage to find out where to purchase tickets for the Tour's richest event, Taylor Sportsplex outside Detroit in March. Here, Jason Couch trying to stay red hot.
And same pattern that I went on in Philly, only this week I only averaged 207.
Couch continues a much better week. He has been fantastic all week long in Florida and continues hot play.
Take a look at the swing height of Bob Learn Jr. Pretty much parallel to the foul line. Now watch this. Freeze it right there, David. Big high backswing. Gets real steep for Jason Couch. Bob Learn, more compact swing, flatter swing plane.
For a 69-pin lead. 6-pin. Great run, though. A 6-bagger to start for Jason Couch.
And Jason Couch's tendency when he gets fired up is to get real aggressive, and when he gets aggressive because of his high rev rate, he tends to overhit. This ball overhooks just a little bit, comes in a pinch high, leaving the 6-pin.
10-7 match play record, Randy. 235 average, so he's just been consistent all week. And he's got his mark.
And looks about as relaxed as I've ever seen him.
Interesting, because last night he was talking about how difficult the pressure has been for him with so many family and friends. Sometimes during qualifying, hey, tapping on the shoulder. What does this mean? How many pins do you need here? I'm in the middle of competition.
Excuse me, I'm working right now.
Exactly. Maybe some of his friends who don't understand the game quite as well. Bob Learn understands it very well, thank you. He is in the pocket in his 7th frame. Double, and he's down 48 pins.
I think, real quick to note, what Bob Learn has done in the last 7 events. Prior to this, last season and this season, in 41 events, Bob Learn Jr. only made 2 shows. Since he's changed companies and went to a new staff, 7 events, he's made 3 telecasts.
Big adjustment and big improvement. That one looked like it came a bit high. Trips a 4-pin. He'll take it gladly.
Nice reaction, Bob. Comes in a little bit high. Trips the 4. Nice break. Best Bob Learn can do is 241. Jason Couch, if he strikes spares 8th, 9th, and 10th, will shoot 249.
8 frame for Couch. Works on a spare. A 38-pin lead. Watching by ESPN at 60 feet to success again for Couch. He has been brilliant in this wild card match. Marching the PBA World Championship. There are the points listings with our competitors today. Tommy DeLutz has clinched the spot in the top 8 already, not necessarily 4th. Learn Jr. and Couch need to win to get into that top 8 to the Super 16. Now the points on the line today, 25,000 tour points for the winner. Again, help with a 7.
And right now, what Jason Couch is doing is, number 1, making great shots, but number 2, his pin carry is extremely high. The only ball that hasn't struck, the 6th pin in the 7th frame.
Struck in 8 of his 9 frames. Foundation frame strike for Couch, a big one. Now Learn Jr. down 48. Working on a 4-bagger. Needs one desperately here. 10 pin.
Well, at least Bob's going to make some friends this week by not taking the hometown guy out. That ball drifts high. Bob's like, well, just getting mowed here by Claremont's own Jason Couch. Jason Couch can shoot 279. The best Bob Learn Jr. can do, 220. And Bob Learn's still looking for his first win of the season on television.
But what a turnaround in the second half of the year. 3 shows, Tacoma, Medford, now Orlando after the ball change with equipment. Certainly back on the map. 10 again.
And even though Bob Learn had the highest average for the week, he actually had the lowest average of our 5 guys on the television pair.
Jason Couch has advanced. He'll take on Tommy DeLutz Jr., who is bidding for his first title of the season. Bob Learn Jr. will fall short again, but still, his run of excellence in the second half of this tour season should not be discounted.
Well, and you know, his wife Stacy at home's proud of him.
I'll throw off for you.
He's going to throw off. Jason said he won't strike out in the 10th frames, so he doesn't beat Bob by 70. But, you know, Bob's wife is proud of him, his daughter Brittany and son Brandon. Bob's really turned it around, Dave.
Bob Learn Jr. told us last night after making the wild card, losing in the round of 8, it would be very difficult taking on Jason Couch with the hometown fans.
Look at that pin carry.
With the success lefties have had and with the role Couch is on. Jason's dad watching closely. So all that for Bob Learn Jr. too much to overcome. And the emotion in this building is going to get charged up one more notch now that Couch is off to the semis. Not easy for Tommy DeLutz in the next round. Wow.
You know, that's the key. I watched Jason Couch pull in the round of 8 last night. Shots that look similar to what we're seeing today. And sometimes the 7-pin was standing. And that was the difference between the guys that didn't make the cut this week and the guys that did. Guys that didn't make the cut went strike, strike, tap, 10-pin or 7-pin, depending on which hand. Balk.
Is that 0?
And the guys that made it, they would throw 4 or 5 in a row before they got tapped. That's 20, 30 pins a game.
One more.
Hometown fans want one more. 278-209, the final in the wild card. Jason Couch is through the semis. He'll take on Tommy DeLutz Jr.